Hi, Kate Weber back again to teach you about the Osliscale database called the Learning Express Library. The Learning Express Library is not a traditional database like you're used to seeing, but it is technically a database in that it is a curated collection of vetted resources that are grouped by a theme. In this case, the theme is practice tests, study guides, and tutorials for a variety of high school, college, citizenship, and career exams and learning. So we'll get to our databases the way we have been, which is on the library page of Phoenix High School. Click on Osliscale Databases, and then Learning Express Library is right here. I'll click on that. And here tests and resources are divided by theme into these things that they call centers. So you can scroll through your centers using your left and right arrows, and I just want to take a minute and tell you about the centers that I think your students are probably going to be the most interested in. So we'll start with this Career Center. This prepares kids for taking career entrance exams, occupational exams, military exams. It has practice tests in those areas, plus kids can explore different occupations and build job search skills and workplace skills. Next is our School Center. This is not School Center like standardized test prep like one of the other ones. Instead, this is about skill building using in-depth tutorials across the curriculum. And the tutorials have pre and post tests to track growth, and they also have embedded questions within the tutorials to check for understanding along the way. Next is our College Prep Center, and this is where you're going to find the ACT, SAT, AP, PSAT, and TOEFL practice tests, tutorials, and ebooks. Next is our Recursos para Español Hablantes, and this is math and English skill development, GED prep and practice tests in Spanish, and also citizenship test resources in Spanish. We got a couple more I want to show you here. The first is this High School Equivalency Center. This is skill building, GED prep and practice in English and Spanish. It also has practice tests and resources for two GED alternatives called the HiSET and the TASK. And the last one I want to show you here is the Job and Career Accelerator. And it's different than the other Career Center we looked at. It actually has like quizzes that will take the answers and help to match a kid with either a career or college. Has information about tons of different careers, a resume builder, interview guidance, and links to jobs and internships across the country. So because this is a personalized resource that you're going to want your kids to have access to a personalized account, they will need to register using either this button at the bottom or at the top. And if they already have an account, they can log in here at the bottom. So that has logged me in. It says up here it's got my name, and I'm going to take us back home. And then I'm going to take us into the College Prep Center to just give you an idea of what's within these centers once you go in. So you can navigate here at the center by these things that they refer to as categories. Again, you've got your right and left arrow to go back and forth. We're going to click into our Prepare for the ACT, show you a couple other things. Once I'm in here, they have these subcategories over here on the left. So within the ACT Prep, I've got a tutorial, I've got practice tests, and I have test preparation ebooks. And then I also can easily navigate to these other tests that were on the center's homepage if I want to through here. So let's look at the practice tests, and let's do our math test here. And then it lists over here on the right the 4 practice tests that I have access to for the ACT. And let's see, I can launch one of these practice tests here. These are static tests, they don't change. So once a student has taken test 1, they will know the questions and answers to test 1. Takes me to a page with some basic information, 60 questions, 60 minutes. It lets me, as the test taker, choose sort of how I want to take the test. Do I want to do a direct simulation where I have 60 minutes to answer the 60 questions? Do I want to do a practice test where I have the timer counting down but it doesn't actually stop me at 60? Or I love this learner one where as I go through I can actually check my answers and see if they are right or wrong. So let's start this test. Let's answer a few of the questions. Check my answer here. So I got it correct, and it tells me down here why that is the answer that it is. Let's do another one just for good measure. Again, check answer. Another correct one. And again, gives me the explanation here. But let's say I've gotten in here and I don't actually have the full 60 minutes. So I can actually come up here, click this Save and Finish Later. And I'll hit my Save button. And because I'm logged in, it brings me to this area called My Center, where it has saved that test that I just started. I can click in here to continue the test that I started. It's going to have my clock at the same place, and it's going to have the answers that I started with. I can also access tests I've taken in the past if I want to, if maybe it's been a year and I took the ACT a year ago and I'm taking it now and I want to see what kind of improvements I've done. So that is what's in your My Center. And then I just want to show you one last thing in here, and that is a way to connect with resources in here without knowing which center they're in. So let's say I'm giving up on teaching, I'm going to law school. So I can look for an LSAT practice test or resources, and I want to change from in this center to in all centers because I don't know which center it's in. And so then it tells me, here are your LSAT resources. So I can launch those like I launched the other one and get ready for law school. So that wraps up our exploration of the Learning Express library. I hope there was something in there that you or your students will find useful. Dig around. Let me know if I can be of assistance in accessing any resources you think should be in there or teaching your students how to do so. Otherwise, I am always available at Kate_Weber1B @soesd.k12.or.us. Thanks.